Cyrus tonight is a multi-platinum selling superstar. Her new album, Something Beautiful, comes out 1 week from tomorrow, and the companion film hits theaters for one night only, June 12th. Please say hello to Miley Cyrus.
Oh my God.
It's good to see you. I wonder if you realize, because I think wherever you go, there's a lot of commotion, right?
Do I always cause it? Probably, but yes.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think you cause it. I think it's because you're coming there. Because like this morning, I came into work, as I do every morning, and every once in a while there'll be some people there. But this morning, the alley is just packed with people waiting for you.
A packed alley
Ready
is my scene.
pounce on you.
Well, let me tell you, I'm just so happy to see you again in my new era. This new era is very sophisticated. And I have to tell you, you know, your show allowed me to create the VMAs in 2013 because, you know, I came here first. And I kind of used the show as a trial run, you know, where I dance as a teddy bear, like half naked, and everyone thought I was crazy.
Right.
But to see if it was gonna work, I did it here first.
Right.
Then I remember I came back in like 2015 and I explained to you the difference of a boob and a nipple.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
I was glad.
And then I woke you up in the middle of the night with a sledgehammer one time.
You did, at my
performing
house,
Wrecking
in
Ball.
my home, yes.
So this just feels like it's a full circle moment
Like
for me
two
to
adults?
show you how much I've grown as a person. And I thank you for inviting me back after all of that chaos and the commotion that I have caused.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Did you, do you see all the, I'm sure you saw all those people out there waiting for you.
I did, and I'm excited to see them again. I'll go out tonight, and I'm going to sign autographs and say hello to everybody.
Do people ask you to sign strange things?
Yeah.
Are there things?
Like their hearts and all kinds of things.
Yeah, like body parts, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there things you won't sign?
No, I'll
No.
pretty much do anything.
Pretty much?
That's my vibe.
Oh, you know what I wanted to mention? I was just telling the studio audience that on Tuesday, there was a young lady here, and I started talking to her. She's from the Cayman Islands. I said, wow, you sound like you're from California. And she said the reason she sounds like she's from California is because growing up, she watched nothing but Hannah Montana at all times. And that's Alana,
Hi.
Hannah Montana, Alana, right there.
Do you have any country twang at all? Any country twang? Let's hear the...
No.
No, you don't. That
No.
means I was doing a good job pretending that I was from Malibu.
She did wear boots, though, so that's something.
Yes, for the occasion.
Very Hannah.
I mean, can you imagine that she's not from L.A.? It's
No, you
crazy.
sound amazing. You sound like you're more from LA than me.
You know, I just had you to model my whole life around, so.
Don't model your whole life,
Well,
but the voice is good.
I actually did have one question.
Yeah.
Oh.
Will we ever get a Bangers Tour Part 2?
I didn't know that was wanted. I didn't know that was wanted, but you just planted a good seed in my mind for more commotion.
Have you had that? Have you ever had like a fan put something in your head? You're like, oh yeah, this would be the time to do that.
Sometimes, especially with covers of songs, you know,
Oh.
they'll request a song and it's a great idea. Like at Ariana Grande, there was a request from a fan. They were over me doing like Steely Dan covers.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
I still like that.
Yeah, the Steely
Yeah.
Dan cover was major.
Yeah.
But they wanted No Tears Left to Cry instead, so I did that, and that was a great idea.
Oh wow, you're very you really are pretty open to this stuff. You're very relaxed.
I'm kind of just down.
When's the last time you watched an episode of Hannah Montana?
I'm surrounded by gays, and there's a big difference.
Same here.
In Nickelodeon. There's Nickelodeon gays and Disney gays.
What are the difference between Nickelodeon gays and Disney?
Nickelodeon gays and Nickelodeon, no offense, but in general, they do like boogers and like, you know, like bro jokes.
Okay.
And Disney, I would like to think, is a little bit more, you know, fabulous, especially if it's about a teenage pop star wearing a wig, like being the most famous drag queen for kids ever.
I see.
And I'm like, you're gay and you like don't live for Hannah Montana. What's wrong with you? So I introduced them to Hannah, and obviously they were gagged. They're obsessed with her. I was offended.
Do you still have the wig?
Of course, I have a couple looks too. Shorter, longer, blonder, longer bang. That was for the teenage acne I would have since I was like 14 in full drag every day.
Yeah.
So there's that. I've got the boots. You know, I've got a little piece of Hannah.
Are they on display?
They are accessible via iPad, where I have them organized and I could find anything at any time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, even like I can find anything.
Really?
Yeah, like yeah. I have my, I have my pig's ashes, you know, and you're like, okay, so go to aisle 8, number 91. There will be Pig, AKA Bubba Sue, next to the Hannah boots. But it's more organized than that. It makes a lot more chronological sense.
Is that
I
you?
didn't have a dead pig during Hannah Montana. That would have been crazy.
Is that you doing that, or is there a maniac in your life?
More gays.
Yeah, more gays.
More gays.
Very OCD.
They're so good. I just have to have one for everything.
Have you ever had like a regular job, like store or anything like that?
As a kid, one time, me and my brother, which was just totally ridiculous. You know, kids do dumb stuff. Like they may go vandalize something or break in somewhere.
Everything they do is dumb.
But I did it to myself. We vandalized our own home.
Oh.
And my dad, who did a lot of vandalizing as a young teenager, was like, I busted out my fair share of windows, but never my own. Y'all are idiots. And so they made us get a job where the karma would be to clean windows. So I had Sparkle's cleaning service, and I even had my own, you know, technique, of course. I can't just do something the regular way.
So you would go around to your neighbors and offer this business? or-
Mostly like my mom's like nail tech or hair lady.
I see.
Because no one else was trying to hire like an 8-year-old to clean their house.
Yeah.
But I remember kind of going to, my mom mostly hired me. So
I
I was
see.
like, it didn't really make sense, the math, and she's watching. I still think this is dumb. If it was to get a job to pay her back, but she was just paying us to pay it back, she could have just paid it back. We
That's
didn't
true.
need to clean the windows.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
It made no sense.
Were you good at it?
No, I'd like to think that I give it my all with whatever I'm trying to do. And so, of course, I made it my own. I think I was very good. I'm a very competitive person. So Molly Maids, I was kind of like, every time I would drive by them.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah.
And Sparkles was the name of the
I
business?
saw one of the girls smoking one time, and I was like, that's why you should hire an 8-year-old. I don't smoke.
You know, it would be fun sometime. We should put up some signs in the neighborhood, say Sparkles window cleaning.
I'm retired.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Once I became a Disney legend,
Once you became a, yes.
I rolled up my technique was to use newspaper instead of the paper towel, because the paper towel leaves lint.
Newspaper
and streaks.
is the smartest way to go, and they're free, right?
Of course.
Especially if you steal them right out of the machine.
That's exactly the way to do it.
I do want to ask you about this Disney legend thing, because I'm really upset
You
about it.
want me to put a good word in with Iger?
Yeah, I'm very upset about it, but we need to take a break first. Miley Cyrus is here. Her album is called Something Beautiful. We'll be right back. That is Miley Cyrus. Her new album is called Something Beautiful. It comes out on May 30th, and that is the film. This is fun what you're doing. You put together a film, not a movie, right?
No, because
right.
a movie has a point. Not that this doesn't quite have a point, but I feel like there's A, B, and C, and the whole point of a movie is just to get to C.
Gotcha.
You know, and I don't like when I can assume what C is, because then I can just skip the whole thing.
Right.
So this one, the good news about it is there's not really so much of the synopsis, because the music is the story. Every song is storytelling, essentially. Talking about, you know, being from Nashville and growing up around country music. That's how stories get told. They're around a campfire with an acoustic guitar. And so even though this has become very kind of psychedelic and, you know, over the top for everything that I do, but at the end of it, really the heart of it is just the music, is the storytelling. So there was no need for characterization, because I'm the character.
Right.
And I never want to become something or someone that I'm not. So basically, yeah, my movie has no story.
I gotta sneak look at it. No, I think it's important to tell people that, because
I
if
wanted
they
to warn 'em.
expecting that, then they will be like, will be confused.
You have to manage the expectations. And the reason it's a film is because of our technicalities that we're using. It is 1 hour. It's with Panos Cosmatos, who Mandy was one of my favorite movies, and he's an amazing director with Benoit Debie, our DP. And so all of our techniques and what we're approaching is very cinematic. And it is a film and the idea that there is a story. But I think by it being focused on the songs, what I love about music is that it's open for everyone's individual interpretation of what it means to them. Something that could be about, you know, my mother, can be about your friend, could be about your boyfriend, and that's what the story is about. I wanted it to be blank enough that people can infuse what they want to see in this visual album while I'm fully satisfied, and I'm really proud of it.
One of the videos in the film is called Walk of
Fame.
Fame.
Not the movie. Yes.
And you shot it right down the block from us
here.
on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
And this one really particularly caught my eye because you are rolling around on the ground.
I caught something.
Yeah, for sure. You're lucky you didn't get a hypodermic needle in your body.
So, funny you say that. Because I filmed this video in October, and by November at Thanksgiving, I was put in ICU for a moment, just for a moment, but it was mostly because it was Thanksgiving. There was a lot of people in the ER, you know, people choking on turkey legs or whatever.
Right, sure.
And my leg began to disintegrate within some way around the kneecap area. And then I was like, the doctor goes, do you have any idea why you would have such a brutal infection on your kneecap? And I just saw myself. And I had to tell him. And I've just have a surgeon look at you and say, yuck. Like, they open up like cadavers. Like, they see inside the guts of humans, and they're looking at me, telling me I'm disgusting. And they do brain operations. So I
was wondering if they'd steam the sidewalk first. Nothing like that.
None of that, because you know, with this movie, I had a big dream and a small budget.
I see.
I had a pretty good budget, but I spent it all on my clothes.
Yeah, same
So
here.
then when it came time to, you know, go to the Walk of Fame, they're like, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna rent this thing or what? Because that's really out of your price range. So like, no, we'll just go in the middle of the night. Have you been to the Walk of Fame in the middle of the night?
I live here.
I thought it was my last day.
Yeah, you're lucky it wasn't. You really are, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you reached your deductible for the year.
Yeah.
You, okay, let's talk about another honor.
I wanted this video to be like so fabulous, and now I've just told everyone such a
No, what you've told everyone is that you sacrificed for this. You nearly gave your life for this film.
I did, so they better go see it.
When they do go see it, do you want them to be active and in the way like some of these movies now where people go nuts inside the theater?
In every vision that I've had of this, it is a dance between me and my audience. And I want them to fall in love with the music once they hear the album and go and participate in this and sing along and dance in the aisles. Like when people were pissed off at Wicked, I want to piss people off like that. Yeah. I do.
Will there be a chicken fight moment in the
chicken
film?
jockey? I know all about this. That's kind of
chicken
genius
jockey,
marketing, but I'm just scared because I don't know what my chicken jockey is. You don't decide these things.
I see.
The kids do.
You need to give them a little clue as to what their chicken jockey moment should be, though.
When they see me rolling around on the ground,
Yeah, roll on the ground.
about to lose a leg.
Oh yeah, there's nothing dirtier than the floor of the movie theater. That's
they can do it too, and then that's
you
perfect.
too can wind up in the emergency room.
Yeah.
Disney Legends. This is something that tell me what it is because I never even heard of it.
Don't act
before.
like you don't know what it is.
I didn't know what it was. I do now know what it is.
Yeah,
I kind of don't know what it is.
Well, it's something that when you've paid your dues to the company, and you've given a certain amount of your time, your life.
How much time?
Your talents.
It's like 22 years.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've done about close to the same amount of time. About 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
But you got like 20 years on me. So I think that they were doing it because they were, I was basically doing this as like an infant, you know?
Yeah.
So I have paid my dues. It may seem like I'm not there yet.
challenging your right to the Disney Legend.
You just want one.
I'm just wondering why everyone who works here seems to have one except me.
It's a very nice award, and it's the heaviest award that I've ever been given. It's like...
Do you get anything?
No, just like a Mickey hand made out of stone.
Oh, I don't want that.
It's kind of cool.
Is it?
Yeah. And then
then I
Bob
do want it.
Iger, you get like, you know, you get to hang out with him. You get to hang out with Jamie Lee Curtis. You get to hang out with Harrison Ford.
No, you don't, because you got to hang out with those people. They won't be there if I ever. Well, I'm not going to get it, obviously.
If and when, which I think now I'm probably on some committee I don't even know about, so I could probably vote for you.
Oh, that would be great.
On a ballot.
I would appreciate
love
it.
to do your induction.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Now,
We'll
I'll
roll
make
around
sure
on the
it's
ground
extremely
together.
kind and complimentary.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Miley Cyrus, everybody. She's got Something Beautiful. Comes out May 31st. On June 12th, go crazy at the movie theater.
Yeah.
You will see the film, and you're going to do a song for us in a little while.
I am.
Miley Cyrus. We'll be back with Mike Birbiglia. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.